how I got my blue check mark.
What happened?
You know how I got verified on Instagram?
How?
Okay.
I've been trying to get verified on Instagram for like 10 years. You send in a stupid fucking thing and you send in the articles that you've been mentioned in, and they would always ignore it. And then last year in November...
It was October. We opened for Joey at Sony Hall.
At Broadway. Sold out show.
We were so excited.
I had the best set. I just had like one of the best sets of my life in this sold out theater. Everyone's like, whoa, like literally standing ovation, right? I get off stage. I'm going to get my camera that's on a tripod in the back. And like during the chaos at people being like, great job. You know, you have to walk past people to walk out. And then, and some dude pokes my vagina. Like,
oh, yes.
Did you hear this story? Yeah. So he does that. But then when I turn around to see who does it, he acts like he's blind and disabled. So then immediately I'm like kind of just like my adrenaline's pumping just from the set itself. And then that just happened. And then I see that it's a blind person. So I'm just like overwhelmed. And then people are trying to like say hi and, you know, whatever after my set. So I go to sit with Sarah and I go, Sarah, like some blind dude just like accidentally poked me in the vagina. And she goes, you got assaulted. Like, she goes,
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? A blind guy touched you in the pussy.
She brings me down to reality where I'm like, I have like a moment like That's So Raven where I go like, and I go like, I got touched. And it turns into like a whole thing.
Oh, God.
Because now I'm like kind of pissed that I even let it.
Is the blind guy walking around still?
So now,
this story gets crazier.
So now Joey's
Joe.
On stage. So I'm like, I have an hour to find this
There's
guy.
people
He came
in
for
headsets.
Joey. There's people at this theater sold out. They're in suits and little, you know, the earpieces that they bring for the president. They're doing that whole thing. And I gave them a description. I'm like, he looked blind. I don't think he is. Chances are he's not really blind. And then I'm like, shit, like I have my camera set up. So I go and look and you only see the shadows. It's like an SNL sketch, the way you can only see certain shadows and him kind of bump into me and like something happened and then he walks away and me looking around, but it's just shadows. So I'm like, he has this jaw. So we're zooming in on the jaw and he's like the staff is like comparing the pictures on their phones to the people in the crowd.
So crazy.
Everyone's looking for this dude. Then the server comes up and she goes, I have a guy in the back throwing up with his friend. He's throwing up in a trash can. I'm like, let me go look. So I take a peek in the back and I'm like, that's him. Immediately. And you know what's fucked up is that he looked a lot like this guy I know that works at Gas Digital for Lewis, who's blind. He looks like, they call him Gay Blind Mike at Gas Digital. And he looks a lot like him. So I thought I was being like gay racist.
You mean blind racist?
Blind, yeah. blind racist. Where I was like, maybe all blind people look alike. And
oh my God.
And there's like, so I was like, it's him. So then they're like, we'll take care of it. And they start escorting him out. And I guess he like gets away and runs out, right? Before they could get his ID and his information, which annoys me, but I'm going to let it go. They're like, he got away, but like.
Yeah, but wasn't he so drunk he was throwing up in a trash can and they can't catch him?
No, he like, I don't know how he got away. I wasn't there to see it. That's why I should have been there.
But then it gets crazier.
But then, okay, so then I'm like kind of pissed that he got away because I'm like, he just got away with that. And then I'm like gaslighting myself. Like, did he even do it on purpose? He was so drunk. And they go, well, we know it was him for sure. And I go, how do you know it was him? They go, oh, on his way out, he said, at least I got to touch Kim Congdon's pussy.
So then,
I mean, this is like... At this point, Joey's off stage. I haven't even told him what happened.
I'm in the green room. I'm drinking champagne.
There was a huge party
Kim?
in the green room. And I just got told this like by the door. And without saying anything to anyone, I just get up and I go outside. I just beeline it for the exit. And I'm like, and security, I can hear them trying to keep up with me. And I'm like kicking doors open. I'm fucking pissed now. Because now I'm like, he did it on fucking purpose. And he's a fan and he knows my name. And like, now it's a problem for me, you know? And then I don't even know if I should say the next part, but I found him outside.
Should you not say this part?
I found him outside.
She found him outside.
I found him outside. And then they were like, do you want to call the cops? I was like, no.
She took care of it herself.
Yeah.
One thing about mom is she gonna do it herself.
Yeah, like no one would be mad at you for doing that.
No.
Especially it's a guy.
You started with a bitch slap. That's all I'll say.
Started with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
How drunk was he? Like, was he recognizing how bad he fucked up? Like, what was he thinking?
Well, he said that on his way out, so he was proud of it. That's the thing that pissed me off. I would have let it almost go. Because I was like, he's drunk. But the fact that he said that, he had like nerve still. You know what I mean? He was sober enough to be a fucking dick.
But then,
so you're sober enough to get your ass kicked.
The whole night went different because I was like, my friend got touched. We're getting Chinese
Also,
food.
it was horrible because when I kicked open the door, there was a bunch of fans outside because Joey just ended, so they're all waiting to say hi. And I just had a great set. Everything. Yeah, and I just had a great set, so they immediately remember my name, and I have all these fans. They're going, Kim, and I say nothing past them. All they see is me kick open the door, go past them. I mean, absolutely from the hip, like I'm throwing a hook, open hand, drop someone. Dropped him with an open hand, and then yeah.
But then there was a Variety article about it, and that's how this bitch got verified. And then she used that article to get her check mark.
That was the check mark.
That's how I got my